All right, all that and more in the next half hour. But first up, we'll start with the action from the Indian Premier League and the match that is coming up next. One of this year's informed teams in the league faces one of the bottom sides. So Hyderabad take on Chennai. Hyderabad were winless in the IPL until their last match when they defeated Delhi by 4 runs. Batting first, Hyderabad made 184 from their 20 overs thanks to an 88 not out from Aaron Finch and an unbeaten 58 from his countryman David Warner. Facing a big team like Chennai after a much needed victory is surely going to help them. Chennai, on the other hand, are back on track after suffering a low against Punjab. Chennai have not lost a single match after that, and their last 7-wicket win over Mumbai will give them the confidence going into this match versus Hyderabad. Mohit Sharma has been the surprise performer for them. MS Dhoni's team is working like a well-oiled machine, like in all seasons of the IPL, with the batting and bowling departments working in tune. Joining me on the show, former Indian off-spinner Nikhil Chopra, who's with me in the studio, and our consulting editor Boria Majumdar joins us from Kolkata. Thanks a lot for joining us. Let's talk about this match, Nikhil. Taking on a team like Chennai after your only win or your first win in the tournament, not really the side you want to face next.
Well, not at all, but I guess, like you said, they grow in confidence from the last victory when Warner and Finch both got them runs. 184, respectable total, but today is going to be a different ball game altogether. The wickets look tired. They've got slower. Don't forget, if they get about 150 odd runs with Mishra bowling, with Karan Sharma bowling, the 2 leggies, they have a good day. You might get a fight out of it as well. But if Chennai bowl, they've got the arsenal in their spinners to restrict the Hyderabad side as well. But if you compare man to man, side to side, Shivani, you'd say Chennai, because they've played literally all the IPLs together as a unit. They look a better side on paper.
Absolutely. You mentioned Amit Mishra, and he's an important man for the Hyderabad side. Also an important day for him, Boria. He's on 99 wickets, looking to become only the second man after Lasith Malinga to complete a century of wickets in the IPL.
Absolutely, he's a very, very important man. I mean, we've seen what he's done in the World T20, last year's IPL. He's been an absolute revelation. He's bowling better, and this point was actually made by Saurav Ganguly in one of our earlier shows, that when Amit Mishra is attacked by the batsman, that's when he becomes more dangerous. When the batsman goes after him, he picks more wickets. So Amit Mishra, key man. Dale Steyn, key man. David Warner, Aaron Finch. Let's not underestimate Hyderabad at all, because I think it's a good side. It has reasonable balance, and it can surprise Chennai. But Nikhil Chopra is right. Chennai is a tried, tested combination which has played for 4-5 years. But even a Manchester United or one of those kind of teams, which is a well-oiled machine, gets upset in this kind of a format.
Wrong time to talk about Manchester United. They just won last night. They're on a revival.
Correct, but then David Moyes will say, oh, what a bad thing for me to happen. I mean, Ryan Giggs, revival, fairy tale, all that is fine, but the title is gone. What matters to them is the EPL is gone. For Sunrisers Hyderabad, after semi-finals last year, it is a side which is good. And let's not underestimate Karan Sharma.
Absolutely.
Amit Mishra, Dale Steyn, it's a good unit. It's a very good unit.
Absolutely. They were the dark horses last season and really have maintained their core so as to say. The good thing for them, Nikhil, is that in the last match, their top 3 performed. Dhawan, Aaron Finch got runs under their belt. That was important because the batting was not performing.
And it's so very important, guys, true professionals of the game, once they get 20s and 30s, because these sort of tracks are getting a little tired, it gets difficult for the new man to walk in and start getting the boundaries at will. It gets very difficult. Once you get 20, 30, it's your responsibility. You got to take the game, on your own shoulders, try and get close to the target or set a target which literally would run away from the opposition. It's very important, because once you get 20, say, of 25 deliveries or even run a ball, get out, you're making life more difficult for the next man walking in, Shivani.
Absolutely. Boria mentioned the analogy of Manchester United, all that football action, of course, we'll show you later. But for the meantime, let's shift our attention to the result that's coming from the IPL this afternoon. 4 defeats in 4 now for Mumbai Indians, as they were comprehensively beaten by Delhi just few minutes ago. Chasing 126, openers Murli Vijay and Quinton de Kock gave Delhi the ideal start. Vijay's 40 of just 34 balls was the key, but it was felt to lose shots. Michael Hussey too couldn't contribute much. Kieron Pollard and Chidambaram Gautam then helped Mumbai put on 125 on board. Boria, this comes on a day when even Ricky Ponting has joined the dressing room for the Mumbai Indians. I mean, look at the strength they have on their bench. Not the players, but the advisors. Ricky Ponting, Sachin Tendulkar, John Wright, Anil Kumble, and yet this team is not being able to put up a win. Jonty Rhodes.
You know, you've taken the words out of my mouth that let them come and play. It'll be a better performance.
Yes.
I was actually thinking that to myself, that what on earth is going on? I mean, add Jonty Rhodes to that mix as well.
Yeah.
You know, almost every major performer of some point in time in the past is with them, and yet they look completely listless. But that's what IPL is all about. Last year's champions, this year, 4 out of 4 they've lost. And they're not looking the part. I mean, Corey Anderson's shot, deep mid-wicket, false shot to get out. Ambati Rayudu trying to take it to the opposition, getting out at long on. I mean, come on, don't throw your wickets away. Kieron Pollard just did not look the part. Some 23 odd of some 28, 29, only in the last 6-7 balls did he hit. And that Harbhajan Singh cameo, 10 of 5, that's when got the Mumbai Indians some momentum. They are just not looking good enough at this point in time. Even the change, Rohit at the top, Hussey down the order did not work. Something has to happen to that team. I don't know what.
You know, their key buys this year, Nikhil, Michael Hussey, who's a proven performer for Chennai. Somehow he's not, done anything so far for Mumbai. And Corey Anderson, the hot property in T20. But it seems that they're jinxed again, because it seems the players they buy don't do well for them, then go on to other teams and then do perform well like Glenn Maxwell has done now.
Well, absolutely. But I guess, at least today's game, Shivani, I think the tracks have got slower, they've got tired. But Mumbai in their thinking, probably think, with the kind of batting lineup that they've got, that we need to get 200 to go out there and win a game. As a side, you assess the wicket, you get back as a unit, when that huddle's there before the start of the game. You got to tell your openers or your top 3 to, very quickly analyze what's going to be a decent enough target. Look for 140, wickets in hand, you can get to about 160. Not every single track that you're going to be, carting the bowlers away to all corners of the park. It's not going to happen. Yeah. You saw the ball stopping on the batsman. It's hard to play your shots. The ball started turning. So you got to realize, you got to assess situation. Boria said absolutely rightly. Ambati Rayudu looking to hit the left-arm spinner Pragyan Ojha over long on for 6. I mean, look to play percentage game. You don't have the kind of resources you need to play those sort of shots. Don't play these $1 million shots when you're already 4 wickets down for not too many. Assess the game. Be a little more professional in your thought process.
Yes, but a good win for Delhi there. Of course, this was the battle between the bottom clingers. So Delhi kind of, keep themselves away from the bottom spot. But Kevin Pietersen, Boria, I mean, they kind of made a match out of it, Delhi. Despite this being a low total, I mean, they wouldn't be very happy with this chase.
Correct, you're absolutely right. I mean, I was watching it, I thought 80 for 1, 78 for 1 rather, and I thought this is a walk in the park. I mean, thought some 11 overs, 78 for 1, they're chasing 120 odd, what's the problem? Then suddenly they sort of started losing wickets, lost momentum, made a match of it. Kevin Pietersen, though, during the fielding session, he was in the game. He was trying to pep up his players, gesticulating, trying to egg them on. That was good to see. I mean, it was not listless captaincy. That was important to see, that he's trying to get in the groove, contribute from the front. But Delhi needs to improve leaps and bounds if they've got to make it to the semi-finals from here on.
Absolutely. Let's move on now. Let's talk about the other curious result and a few performances that definitely need a mention right now. The Punjab result from last night. Glenn Maxwell and David Miller failed for the first time this season, but that didn't prevent Punjab from extending their winning streak to 4 and remaining unbeaten so far this season with a 23-run win over Kolkata. What's happening with Gautam Gambhir? That's the $1 million question. Boria, a hat-trick of ducks in the tournament. And then just 1 run in this match. He's the captain of the side, a former champion of the IPL title. And he's become, quite a talking point on social media as well. We'll show our viewers some of the best tweets that fans have put on Twitter. But there's a serious problem going on with Gambhir right now.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. And here he cannot be obstinate. One more failure, he might even think of dropping himself like Ricky Ponting did last year. And that actually turned the fortunes for the Mumbai Indians. Maybe even drop down the order. Give himself not the pressure of opening the batting. 5 failures on the trot in this format is unacceptable, whoever you are. There are more players in that bench who can get an opportunity. And that's what Gautam Gambhir needs to do. He cannot be obstinate, he cannot be foolhardy, because time might soon run away from Kolkata.
Yes, just 1 run against Punjab. and before that, no runs at all. That's quite a dismal performance. Nikhil, he did drop himself down one spot. You concur with Boria that he needs to come down further?
Well, absolutely. Something that needs to get that sort of momentum going, because in a tournament like this, though you've got 14 odd games, Shivani, the important thing is, once you get into that rut, it could happen to any sportsman, but you've got to very quickly start thinking, how do you get out of that rut? If he feels confident that I can go out there, bat at number 3 and get on with it and get some runs. But to me, honestly, Gautam should be batting and looking to open the innings, because you bat in the first 6 overs. If the wickets are getting tired a little bit, it's against the newer bowlers that you will be able to get some runs, because when the ball's new and hard, it'll come on to the bat a lot more better. Against the spinners, you can play your shots because you've been out there in the middle, you get used to the pace and bounce of the wicket. If you start pushing yourself down further, no later than number 3 for Gautam Gambhir, because that's the latest that he can come out to bat. Okay. It's important that he plays the new ball, because otherwise he'll be putting too much pressure on himself.
Bottom line is, you need runs, isn't it?
Without a doubt.
Some of the tweets that we are running quite innovative. Somebody is saying that we should introduce a black cap for the worst performer in the IPL, and Gautam Gambhir will definitely get that cap. And the other suggestion is that for him to come 10 down, he came 1 down, scored 1 run. Maybe if he comes 10 down, he'll score 10 runs. But that's technically not possible in cricket. But Punjab, Boria, they have definitely sent out this message to the world that we are not just a batting heavy side. We can even defend a low target on the board.
And that tells you what wins can do. 3 wins on the trot, and that's the confidence that rubbed off on the bowlers. Sandeep Sharma had a lot of talent. If you had watched under-19 cricket a couple of years back, India versus Pakistan in that Australia under-19 World Cup in Australia, New Zealand, he was a star. Yeah. He was the star alongside Unmukt Chand and some of the others. So Punjab has got the unit, and that's what winning momentum can do to a team. You are now believing in yourself that anything's possible. Whatever the batsmen put up, we can defend. That's why it's so important for the other sides to catch up.
All right, Boria Majumdar and Nikhil Chopra, thanks a lot for joining us. Quite some interesting action happening in the Indian Premier League.